Our next performer is Vijay Vusirikala. Vijay is a 1992 batch ECE grad from Jamuna. He spent many years coaxing lasers to transmit enormous amounts of data across optical fibers. He currently leads a network technologies team at Google. Any Googlers out here? Oh, a few hands out there. His work on subsea cables has been quoted in New York Times, WashingtonPost, and NPR. But he's worried that it has not yet been covered by Fox News. No worries, Vijay. We'll send this recording to Suzanne Scott, and there she'll solve your problem for you. The title of what he's going to do today is called Brownian Motion. Its description is, it's a stand-up comedy set on desi experiences in the US. So let's enjoy that.
Thank you, Naren. All right, you can hear me okay? How about the backbenchers there?
Too loud.
Too loud. All right. Let's tone it down. Backbenchers can still hear me okay? All right. First of all, great to see the stand-up comics of the next generation. Give it up for Ritu once again. Great set. Ritu, I know you were looking for Netflix, but if you're ready to settle a bit and you're okay with YouTube, you can contact me afterwards. As Seema Auntie from Indian Matchmaking said, sometimes it's okay to adjust and compromise. You won't hit all your criteria. So it's great to see the Indian American CEOs take over the corporate world in the US. Google, Microsoft, IBM, and the latest one, Starbucks. Lakshman Narasimhan is the new CEO of Starbucks, or as CNBC calls him, Lax Man. Despite the title Lax Man, he has been hard at work. He's been whipping the baristas into shape to now take all the Indian names with the right pronunciation. So good news, folks, you no longer need to anglicize your complex South Indian names. You don't need to become an Ann or a Jim or a John. But the baristas are really taking this seriously with the Indian pronunciations. Very soon, it is the Americans that have to Indianize their names. The famous actor Chris Pratt, he'll have to become Krishnamachari Pattabhiraman. Harrison Ford, Hari Sundaram ambassador. Ford has to become ambassador. So this is an IITM one, man. The PJs have to come. Yeah, sorry for the next generation. Ambassador is the car that we all grew up with. It was like 1950s car from Hindustan Motors. So. But the person that has a bit easy, all the Karens, Karen Cooper, very easy. They just become Kareena Kapoor. So with all the Indians in the tech world, we can now truly solve unique Indian problems with a tech angle. Take eWhite for example. eWhite needs a new feature by which the moment there is a desi in the invite list, it needs to change its start time by 1.5 hours so people actually show up on the time that the host intended to show up them. And speaking of desi parties, there is another important problem with desi parties, and this is, what shall I wear? Apparently there is a law of desi parties which says that you cannot be seen with the same dress with a future party if even one person in that new party has seen you with that same dress any time in the last 45 years. But this is a problem that seems to be just for women. I'm going to the doghouse for this. I haven't built my doghouse yet, and I've already gone to the doghouse for not building the doghouse, but this is like a meta-level doghouse problem. If two guys show up at a party with the same dress, we shrug and say, oh, yeah, we seem to have good taste. You shop at Target too? But for women, this is a serious problem. But there is a serious solution to this. Evite can partner with all the social media companies. They can scrape your social media life and build a social graph. On top of that, they can overlay a salwar graph and a sari graph and uniquely determine which dress in your wardrobe has not been seen with that set of people that you're going to a party. I have a term sheet here if any of you VCs are ready. So. And there's the other unique desi problem, the long goodbye. You go to a party and you say, yeah, okay, we will take leave, no? And then from that point of, okay, we will take leave to actually the point that you leave, it's like eons. Russia would have invaded 3 neighboring countries by then. India would have lost 2 ICC finals by then. But there is a solution for this. All of you have Alexas in your house. Train your Alexa to the moment the first time it hears, okay, I will take leave, it starts a timer. It waits politely for 2 minutes. And then it starts that Oscar type like piano music to kick you out. And it like ups the tempo and then starts giving you galis till it becomes completely obscene and you have to leave the house. And speaking of tech, all of you have this classic problem. I have this problem, and as I get old, it's getting worse and worse. It is remembering passwords. I just can't remember passwords because they are like so complex now, right? To get a valid password, it is near impossible. It has to have like a lowercase, an uppercase, a letter, a special character, 3 numbers from the Fibonacci series, 2 letters from Swahili, 1 letter from Devanagari script. It is impossible to create a valid password. But Elon Musk, you have to give him some credit. So if you look at him, he named his kid A alpha hyphen, there's an angstrom unit somewhere there, a couple of Greek letters, and then GZ or something very similar to that. Most people use their kid's name as their password. Elon Musk uses his password as his kid's name. But life wasn't this complex always. The early days of the internet, you could have fairly simple passwords. And people had a fairly simple mnemonic. If you remember, they said, think of your favorite song, take the first letters of the favorite song, and that becomes your password. And like all middle-aged desi guys, what was my favorite song? It was Madhuri Dixit's Ek, Do, Teen, Char, Panch, Aisa. So my password was obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I kept getting hacked and hacked. So when you forget your password, you have these security questions that you answer to retrieve your password. And they are supposed to be very unique. Only you would know, and therefore your password would be retrievable, right? But then I was thinking about it. That might work for Americans, but if you take middle-class desis, or middle-aged desis, sorry, it is not secure at all. Everyone has the same answer. Think about the questions. Who's your favorite actress? Madhuri Dixit. Same answer for everyone. What's your favorite sport? Cricket. Same answer for everyone. What is your least favorite food? Chawanprash. Same answer for everyone. Where did you first meet your spouse? My in-law's house. Speaking of tech, there are a lot of startup founders, and we are in Silicon Valley. And have you noticed the parallels between a startup company and the Mahabharata? I'll explain. So a lot of parallels. The startup founders are like Yudhishthir. Have a grandiose vision, have the theoretical framework, but no field experience, cannot win a war for nuts. Any advice? You ask them the solution to any problem. The solution to any problem is, let's just roll the dice. And then Krishna. Krishna is like the board of directors. Always ready to put fundas, but no operational or accountability at all. And Draupadi, well before there was the resource sharing economy with WeWork, Airbnb, and Uber, Draupadi was the pioneer of the sharing economies. And then finally, the real CEO is like Arjuna. The target is not clear, everything is moving, but quarter after quarter, you have to hit the target again and again and again. So Arjuna is your real CEO. But there's one thing all you startup CEOs need to be aware of. You have to be like Arjuna, but you cannot be like Abhimanyu. Because Abhimanyu did not have an exit strategy. Thank you very much, folks. That's my time. You've been an awesome audience. Thank you very much.
That was a quick correction from awful to awesome, but nice. I know, that is part of the comedy, Vijay. So, I've heard rumors that Vijay is considered one of the networking gurus at Google. Today we saw that he's got other real networking capabilities as well with this comedy.